So today my message is about reaching out to somebody and helping them in need. So before I start this podcast, I'm going to light a candle to let the light come in and be with us. So anybody listening to this, know that you're not in the dark and you're normal and you're good and you're okay. You're okay with me. So my name is Jennifer, and this is my very first podcast on YouTube. We're going to bless this area. We're going to cleanse it. And we're going to thank all the gods and our ancestors and God and Jesus and the underworld and Espiritu Santos for our life. Because I'm grateful that you're here. Truly I am. So, when you, say like for example, one time I went with my brother to his friend's house, and they had a little kid there. I guess he was maybe around 11, and his dad was cussing him out, and he was a skinhead, and he was just being really brutal on this little kid, right? And I remember sitting in the other room thinking, man, that guy's just going off on that little dude. So the little kid was left in the living room to pick it up, and it was just packed with boxes from the floor to the ceiling. I don't know how they expected that little kid to do that. So anyways, when the dad stepped out to go talk to my brother, I went in the living room and I assessed the situation, and I stopped and I analyzed, what was going on so I could get a grip on what was going on. So anyways, I talked to that little boy and I said, you know what? I know that you're a good kid. And then he started crying and he was really sad and everything. And I hugged him and I said, it's okay. You don't have to cry. And so he goes, it's just so hard on me. My dad cusses me out all the time. My mom's never around. He had family members that were in prison for drugs. And he just had a really hard life as a little kid. And I felt bad for him. I feel bad for anybody who gets yelled at like that. So I told that little boy, I said, you know what? Because I wanted to be the light for anybody who's feeling, down and out around me. I told that little boy, I said, you know what? The next time I see you, you're going to be getting straight A's in school. Because he said he always got in trouble from his dad because his grades were failing really bad. So I told him, look, next time I see you, I'm going to get a good report. And I said, you're going to get straight A's. You're going to be going for the class president. You're going to be in sports. And you're going to have an all-around better change in your personality and your outlook in life, right? So, I guess, I think a year went by. And then we went back over there one time, and that little boy came running out to me. He's all, Jennifer, guess what? What? I was like, oh, what? Little dude. And he's all, I'm getting straight A's. I'm doing super good in school. I love my life. And my dad and I are getting along way better now. And I was just like, I was just so proud of him. And he goes, and you know why this all happened? And I said, why? And he said, because of you. Because you took the time to sit down with me and talk to me like a human being. Because you took the time when no one else would to understand me and give me a hug and tell me I was worth it. And that's just such a good story. So no good deed goes unpunished. I know sometimes we don't get that gratification right off the bat. And I know that sometimes the wait can be daunting. But I'm here to tell you that I still haven't got my reward. And I'm not going to give up on humans. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to give up on me. That's for sure. So when you see somebody going through a stormy part of life, just always remember that you're worth it. And the only way that this could happen is unless you guys didn't realize how important you are. Always be there to guide somebody with a compass in life. Because, 9 times out of 10, actually it's probably 10 times out of 10, to be honest, with those stats. When you go to help somebody, you never have like a couple hours worth of time. You see what I'm saying? Usually when you go to help a human being, and most of the time it's a stranger, when you go to help somebody, you have a very short, small amount of time to get to their heart, to penetrate their soul, to let them know, hey, you know what? You're worth it. Consider the source that's putting you down or beating you or hurting you. And tell them something good about themselves. Give them a hug, and look them in the eye and be honest and genuine. Let them know that their house can be a safe haven with a beautiful moon and clouds and a balcony. Just let everybody know that there is good sometimes when you go through the bad. Look at me. And leave everybody that you come in contact with, leave them in peace. But the good feeling is that I got to help that little kid. I'll never forget that. I'll never stop helping people, because the end result is you guide them home. So thank you very much for listening to this short podcast on YouTube. And I hope you were cool with my message. And if you did like it, then please tick that subscribe button. Thank you very much.